Hey guys, I'm Johnny Matter. Welcome to 1000 Hertz. Thanks for tuning in. It's Monday and I'm drinking whiskey. Yeah, some crazy stuff happened. I got a temporary layoff from my job. It's construction, so it happens. So yeah, kind of waiting it out right now. Cheers, and doing some work on the store, and yeah, I'm a little late with this video this week, but yeah, got some awesome stuff to go through, including a stack of records here. Got a whack, and we're also going to go over some shirts we picked up. So as you know, I run Matterhorn Records. Right now we're kind of a pop-up shop. We do local markets and markets around the Vancouver, greater Vancouver area. And yeah, so we got two markets coming up in October. One at Vancouver Flea, October 29th. And then we are doing the End Times event. It's the 14th and 15th, I believe. It might be the 15th, 16th, don't quote me. At the Heritage Hall. And also we just signed up for this event in Sydney, Victoria, September 16th. So hopefully get on that and hit the road with some of our records. Anyways, yeah, so as you know, I'm an avid thrifter. I like the whole idea of reuse, recycle, rather than throwing things in the landfill. Yeah, so what I typically do at thrift stores is I'll go and I'll look through t-shirts, and I pick up band shirts that I think are, of good quality, good artists typically, or people that are interested in picking up. I buy them, hopefully at a lower price and sell them for a little bit more money. It takes a lot of time. I got to drive around. It takes a lot of time going through all these thrift stores. So it's kind of fun. I have like over 100 t-shirts now, and hoodies and tank tops, all various styles and sizes and genres of music. But yeah, I'll show you a couple. I did get more than just 3 this week, but they're in the wash right now, so I'll save them for next week's episode. Starting off, I found this Frank Zappa and Mother's Roxy and Elsewhere t-shirt. Pretty awesome. You see that? That's a large one, I believe. That was a cool find. I don't have any Zappa in my t-shirt collection. Next we got this medium. It's kind of a large medium though. Yellow Gregorio Bordoro shirt. Gypsy, forget this side. I can't even pronounce that. And an Anvil t-shirt. Yeah, pretty clean. Yellow. Pops quite nicely. And then, this is probably my favorite t-shirt of the week. Actually, Jana, shout out to Jana, my girlfriend. She found this one for me. It's Ween. It's actually, it's on this awesome green. It's large. And it's brand new. And it's from their 2022 tour. Anyways, that was a cool pickup. So yeah, those are some shirts I have. I have like a whole rack I usually bring to my markets, and I sell shirts and records, and hoodies. And so anytime you come to see me at a market, you never know what you'll find. Like I said, it's a mixed bag of a bunch of stuff. And yeah, so I'll try to share with you guys each episode new shirts I found. If you like something, comment on the post. Maybe we can reach out and make a deal. Right now, I think the majority of the shirts I'm going to sell for 20 pop. That's shirts and hoodies, 20 pop, and tank tops. Or like a 2 for $30 kind of deal. And I think that's kind of the sweet spot where it makes sense for me financially, and all the running around and gas and time it takes to find these cool shirts. And then it's still quite affordable for people. So anyways, yeah, I did find Shout out to my brother Jesse. He got me this cool David Bowie religious candle. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Thanks, Jesse, for that. Oh, we are listening to, and if you don't know this, one sec, I'll grab the record. We are listening to Sleep, Dope Smoker. I got 2 copies of this. One's in the shop and one I'm keeping. It's a nice, this one's the one in the shop. It's nice gatefold, double album on this awesome splatter green. Anyways, interested in that, let me know. I'll get you a price and we can make a deal. Yeah, classic album. Anyways, a friend of mine reached out to me, and he says, "Oh, Johnny, I got this book you might be interested in." I was like, "Well, book, you know, like what kind of book?" He's like, "It's a Henry Rollins book," and I like Henry Rollins writing and stuff. And so I just figured, you know, it's another Henry Rollins book. I got a lot of them at home in the library, and he goes, "No, I says, well, send me pictures." So he sent me some photos, and I was blown away. Anyways, this is the book. It's Henry Rollins 20. Now it's in a plastic sleeve because I think it's quite rare from what I can tell. You know, it's not mint, but it's from 1984, and it is his first publication. And it says right here, this is the second printing. And also, Raymond Pettibone did some illustrations throughout it. So yeah, this is his first release before he started up his, you know, book launch, and it's just got a PO box. But yeah, pretty awesome, rare find. Stoked to add that to my Henry Rollins book collection. Shout out to my friend Jason for letting this go to me for a good, fair price. Thanks, Jason. Let's put that up there for now. Yeah, moving on. So, talking about thrift stores. Not only do I dig through all the t-shirts when I go to the thrift store, but I look in the record collection, in the tape collections that they have. And usually it's hit or miss. A lot of times I don't find anything. But this week I did find a few titles, and we'll go over them right now. First off, Beatles, Sgt. Pepper. This is a later 80s release, early 80s release, but it's mint. And I was surprised because, you know, Valley Village usually marks their records up. This one must have skipped the pile because it was only $4, and it's mint. So record's in great shape. Nice little score. Anyways, moving on, I found this record and I was like, well, that looks interesting. So it's a band, it's some deathcore band called Fit for an Autopsy. Not really my style of you know, hardcore deathcore music, but you know, I look it up, right? I get it for $4. I look it up. The thing goes for about $60 on Discogs. It's a picture disc, as you can see, and yeah, limited edition. So that was a nice score. Sometimes those thrift stores don't know what they're selling, you know. Moving along, did find the Santana Amigos album. Pretty clean, no scratches. For a song and dance to at the thrift store. This is a hilarious one. Okay, you probably all know this one of the songs, but this is Carl Douglas Kung Fu Fighting and Other Great Love Songs. Now you probably recognize Kung Fu Fighting. Everybody was Kung Fu Fighting. You know, that's on here. Plus, man, it's got some funky soul on here too, man. Like the last track on this album is killer. I'm keeping this for my personal collection, you know, because it's a fun record and it's not worth much, but it's a great listen. And then finally, probably my favorite thrift store find was this Doors. Now this is an early pressing. I think it's the third pressing, and yeah, real clean record. You know, it's got a few snack crackle pops, but you know, plays all right. And yeah, LA Woman, the Doors. Don't actually have that in my collection, so I'll be keeping that in my collection. Moving along, met up with our friend Phil there. Shout out to Phil. He's always selling records. He used to have a store here in town, and we picked up 3 records off him. First off, these are all sealed. Well, these first 2 are sealed actually. This is Pink Floyd, A Momentary Lapse of Reason remastered. This is a later repress, but it's sealed, and you let it go for a good price. So I'll probably be putting that in the store. Also got this Patti Smith Horses, classic album of Patti Smith and this record, and this one is sealed. It's a later press, but I have the original, so I'll probably let this go in the shop as well. And last but not least, we picked this up from Phil, classic Discharge, Hear Nothing, See Nothing, Say Nothing. If you like your deep beat stuff, Discharge, and yeah, it's classic album right there. And yeah, thanks for Phil. Shout out to him. Always selling some cool stuff. Moving along, we're on to, this is all stuff we've picked up used at the record store, and it's all used, I think. Yeah, all these titles are used, and yeah, some cool stuff coming up here. Okay, I was really stoked to find this. A lot of these we got from Audiophile. Shout out to Audiophile. This is The Haters and the album In the Shade of Fire. This is a 1986 US pressing. If you don't know The Haters, they're kind of like a noise band from the States, early. They started like 1979, I believe. Anyways, pioneers of the noise scene in the States. And yeah, pretty cool to find this. It's got all the booklets and everything. So thanks a lot for, I was stoked for that, and thanks a lot to the record store for putting that out. Next, we did find this Sugar Cubes album, Life's Too Good. This is original press. And if you don't know the Sugar Cubes, it's Bjork's band, previously to her solo album, or solo career, I guess. And yeah, I didn't know this, but looking this album up, there's a bunch of different colored covers. So they have like about 6 different colors of this album, but the same year press. So kind of cool if you're into the Sugar Cubes and you want to collect all the colors. Me personally, I'm gonna give this a listen. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, throw it in the shop, but I knew it was kind of hard to come by, so you don't see that every day, and I picked it up for that reason. Next, I got something mixed up here. Moving back to the thrift store, found this Babe Ruth first base record, super clean, like the cover's beat, but the record itself is like mint condition. Look at that Harvest label. Anyways, I remember seeing this cover and I was like, this looks iconic, I gotta get it. I looked it up, it's worth about $20, depending on the condition. I got it for a couple bucks, but the record is mint, so I picked it up. I gave it a listen, and man, is this some killer classic rock. If you don't know this band, it's kind of like Sabbath meets, I don't know, like, it's just killer classic rock. It's a really good album, actually. I don't listen to a whole lot of that kind of stuff, so I'd probably sell it in the shop. But if you like classic rock and 70s, late 70s, early 70s, actually this is early 70s, 1973, check it out. You'll probably dig it. There's some good stuff on there. Anyways, back to what we found at the stores. So, I found this Grandmaster Flash. This is, they said it couldn't be done. Yeah, it was pretty cheap. $10, pretty clean. Yeah, got it. I like the Grandmaster Flash, pretty funky stuff now and then. Speaking of funky, we picked up this Funkadelic, the electric spanking of War Babies, and this album's awesome. I gave this a spin last night. I was digging this, and the artwork is just amazing on this. This is 1981 pressing. I think it's the first pressing, and man, like, look at this gatefold. I don't know if you can see that. Just awesome funk. Anyways, like the Funkadelic, and glad to have this album finally in my personal collection. Speaking of the Funkadelic, I gotta just slip this back in quickly so it doesn't get messed up. Speaking of Funkadelic, while we're on the Funkadelic topic, we did get this other Funkadelic standing on the verge of getting it on. Now this is a Rhino repress, but you know, I don't have this album, and I like to always get this Funkadelic. It's great for spinning at parties, or you know, at you know, if you're spinning records at a place, you know. Speaking of spinning records, sadly Bradley and me, DJ Matterhorn, that's the DJ name I'm going by, are spinning records this Friday at the Heatley in Vancouver. So it goes from 8 p.m. to late. Come on out. We'll be spinning some our favorites, shaking your booties. You shake your booties too. Anyways, moving along. What else do we get here? Oh, Troublemakers. Now this is a compilation, 1980 off Warner Brothers Records. If you don't know this comp, man, they got some heavy hitters. Got it for a really good price too. It's got the Sex Pistols, Anarchy in the UK, Subways, Wire, John Cale, Gang of Four, Modern Lovers, Devo, Public Image, Nico, so many, Bugles, more Sex Pistols, Public. Anyways, cool comp. You know, I seen the lineup of bands on there, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. And yeah, I'm definitely not disappointed. I picked that up for a really good price. And yeah, if you don't know this comp, check it out. It's pretty cool if you like that sort of era of music. Moving along, we got this. This is Piss Jeans, King of Jeans. Now, if you don't know Piss Jeans, they're a great kind of punk, noise rock band. I already have this album, but I found it used at the store, and it is on that Loser edition colored vinyl, as you can see. So I might sell my plain black version of that in the Matterhorn store. So if you're looking for that album, hit me up. Like I said, I have doubles now, and usually that's what I do. I just upgrade to a more rare or older press, and then sell my newer pressings when it comes to albums I love. Moving along, we also picked up this Jesus and Mary chain. Now this is Barbed Wire and the Kisses, B-sides and more. Now this is a pretty cool album. I'm glad we got this. 1986, I think, UK pressing. Awesome stuff. Don't know these guys, check them out. Also picked up this Discaholics. It's Live in Japan, Volume 1. Now look at that cover. I was like, I could not turn this down, and it was like so cheap. And there's the back. Anyways, it's got Jim Oroki, Matt Gustafsson, Thurston Moore, recorded 2002 in Tokyo. Anyways, pretty cool. One pressing, never been pressed again. I'll give it a spin, see if I like it. If I do, I'll keep it in my collection. If not, like I said, I'll probably sell it. Moving along, we did pick up this Gun Club Sex Beat 81. Look at that. 1984 on Lolita Records. Records in great shape. Lolita Records is a France label. And yeah, it's got some live stuff on there, as well as some studio tracks, all the classic Gun Club you could want. And yeah, big fan of the Gun Club personally, and I'm glad to add this to my Gun Club collection. Very hard to come by. I love Jeffrey Lee Pierce with the shotgun there. The Gun Club. And last but not least, we did end up getting this, and I don't know if you can see that. This is Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Planet. Now this is on just trying to show you in the light here. This is on a hologram cover they released in 2014, Def Jam Records, and limited pressing. I don't have this album, and man, this is a classic. So I was so happy to come by this, and I'm glad because I love Public Enemy, probably one of my favorite hip hop groups ever, and yeah, stoked to add this to my collection and spin it at parties. Anyways, that's about it for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, next week we're gonna have some more stuff, some more shirts like the ones I got in the dryer right now. Probably some more, maybe not some more records, we'll see. I gotta hold off on the buying right now until I get back working. Hopefully that starts this week. If not, we'll put together something fun, maybe a little something out of my personal collection, a theme of sorts. But thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't, and have a great work week. Cheers.